from EA Sports. Welcome to the game.
Thanks for the update, JB. Well, John, looks like we're all set.
Yep, both of these teams look ready to go.
The lights are on and both teams are ready. Let's hit the field for the opening kickoff. He gets it off. They'll start the drive from the 24.
I left, wide cross, 3X, on 1.
First and 10.
Set. Cut.
Brunel to throw. Throws it to the middle. Batted away.
He takes a chance with that pass.
Yeah, that guy trusts his arm. He thought he could rifle it in there.
Ace right, wide 23, on 2. Right. Set.
Brunner, the motion man. Brunel back to throw. With the throw. Pass is complete. Williams brings him down at the 41. Tony Gonzalez looked good on that play.
Well, it's a lot of things. He's big, he has great hands, good speed, can run over defenders once he gets the ball. He's the most dominating tight end in football right now.
Leslie, is there an update?
Well, I caught up with the head coach as his team was coming out of the locker room, and he said that his team had been looking forward to this game all week, Pat. Everyone on the team felt like this was one they could win. Now that we're almost at kickoff, we'll see if they can meet their own expectations.
That was Leslie Visser with a sideline report. He was dropped behind the line there.
Yeah, because those big old defensive linemen pushed those big old offensive linemen backwards.
Second and 10. Brunel with a man in motion. It's a blitz with the pass. Johnson dropped it. Brunel tossed that one into some coverage there.
Yeah, he's lucky the defender didn't come away with that pass.
Looking to throw it. Out over to the right. Gonzalez with the reception. What separates Tony Gonzalez from other tight ends in the league, John?
Well, it's a lot of things. He's big, he has great hands, good speed, can run over defenders once he gets the ball. He's the most dominating tight end in football right now.
First and 10. Brunel to throw it. With the throw. Knocked away. He didn't even give the receiver a chance.
You know, he did what you're taught to do. That's take away the ability for the receiver to catch the ball. He can't catch it when you knock it down.
Ball on the 33-yard line. Back to throw. Throws right. Caught. A leaping catch. They're inside the 15. Seventh play of this drive. Anderson on the run. Mobley with the takedown at the 14.
I right, 21 on 2. Right.
McCaffrey, the man in motion. Blitz. Brunel goes down. Ninth play of this drive. Here's the blitz. Morton was the intended receiver. The defense refused to give in on that series of downs.
The offense is going to have to be a little more creative with their play calls the next time they get close to the goal line. The defense had their number this time.
It's up. The attempt is good. The home team out in front. He gets it off. He takes a knee.
Will the owner of a green van, license number 4CJ7,
First and 10.
please return to your car? You are illegally parked.
The home team with a four-man front. Favre hands it off. McGinnis stops him at the 24.
East right, Y23 on 2. Right.
Ball on their own 24. Favre steps back. Out over to the right. Sharp with the reception. On the run. He just made it past the marker. Falk appears sharp today.
Yeah, he does. But when doesn't he look sharp? He's the type of player who's always on top of his game.
Wing right fake, react on 1.
Ball on their own 32. The visiting team only a field goal down. Favre steps back with the throw.
He just dropped that pass.
I think he just took his eyes off that one.
Ace left 40. Cross on 1.
Ball on their own 32. Blitz is coming. He gets the cross. Seahorn with the tackle at the 40.
Wing right X 46 on 2. Right.
Four-man front this time. Man in motion. It's a blitz. Looking for room. Falk got the first down, and that's all. Ball on their own 44. Sixth play of this drive. Favre hands it off. Thomas with the takedown at the 49.
This is what football is. Nose to nose. Whoever's the toughest wins.
Ball on their own 46. Four-man front this time. Favre to throw. Pass is right, and he's got his man. The quarterback just showed a lightning release on that pass.
Not only does he have a powerful arm, but he also has a quick release and accuracy to go along with it.
I left. Y cross 3X on 1.
3rd and 3. Eighth play of this drive. It's a blitz. Looking for room. Ahanatu brings him down at midfield. The visiting team will punt it here. Only one man in the backfield. Brunell to throw it with the pass. What makes Keyshawn so good?
At 6'4" and 215 pounds, he's a load to bring down for a defensive back. Plus, he has great hands and breakaway speed.
Looking to throw it. Throws left. Johnson was the intended receiver. Brunell overthrows his target.
There was no way he was going to get to that one.
Second and 10. The home team up by a field goal. He's looking to throw. With the throw. McCaffrey with the reception. What makes McCaffrey a good receiver, John?
His height makes it hard for defenders to get between him and the ball. He will usually get out and snatch the ball away from the player who's covering it.
Inside left, 27, on 2.
6-1, 9-3. Please be aware that your car is being towed.
First and 10. Brunel back to pass. And he can't hang on to it. He put a lot of velocity on that pass.
The quarterback tried to put that one through the receiver.
They're just about in field goal range. The tight end goes in motion. Out over to the right. Pass is complete. Emmons pulls him down at the 37.
I right 20, cross on 2.
Ball on the 37-yard line. Passing situation here. Brunel back to pass with the throw. Gonzalez with the reception.
They didn't move the ball past the first down marker.
I don't know why the receiver would break off that route and make the catch short of the first down. Maybe he thought that he'd be able to do more with it after he caught it.
Longwell lines up for the field goal. He gets the kickoff. The try is good. Ryan Longwell hit that field goal from a long ways out.
This guy is the perfect kicker. He's got the distance, the accuracy, and he can kick in bad weather. What else can you ask for from a kicker?
Longwell gets it off. He takes a knee.
I left, Y cross, read X, on 1. Right.
Ball on their own 20, and he gets the toss. Williams with the tackle at the 21.
Split right C8, on 2. Right.
Favre gets set. Ball gets the toss. Thomas pulls him down at the 25.
When you compound the team with your running game, it allows your defense to rest up and get ready to shut down their offense.
So we're in a passing situation. Fakes the handoff. Favre out over to the right. Seahorn brings him down at the 31. Brett Favre is quite a player.
This signal caller's already a legend. He's one of the few players in the league with that honor. The guy's name will be mentioned when people talk about the NFL's best quarterbacks of all time.
I left right, Y30, on 1.
Quick drop. Favre throws left. Lewis with the reception.
That was a great effort on that pass, John. Let's take a look at the replay to see how this play developed.
Watch what happens here. After a play like that, the defense needs to be more aware of the big play. They can't let that type of thing happen very often.
Ball at about midfield. Blitz is coming. Tucks it away.
When you're making a game plan for the week, you look for your running game to be reliable like this. Doesn't have to pick up a ton of yardage. You just want to do something that the defense has to be aware of.
Man in motion. Drops back to throw. Favre lets the pass fly. Caught. McAllister makes the stop at the 24. The defense needs to know where Bruce is at all times. Right, John?
Well, yeah, a smart defense better know where he is. Because if not, you're going to see 6 points slide up in the scoreboard real fast.
Ball on the 24-yard line. They'll line up in the I formation. Here's the blitz. Through the middle. Thomas makes the stop at the 23.
Ace left 40. Cross on 1.
2nd and 9. Ball on the 23-yard line. Fakes the handoff. Favre throws right, and he dropped it.
Seymour with a nice tip.
And he did a nice job of catching up with that one and breaking it up.
Round left X80 on 2.
So we're in a passing situation. Favre gets set, steps back with the throw. Owens was the intended target. Favre must not have seen the defenders on that play.
He's really pushing his luck with a pass like that.
Field goal unit comes on the field. He gets it off. The kicker gets all of that one. The momentum could be shifting. Stover gets it off. He takes a knee.
Wing right X46 on 2.
Right.
Brunell sets up. Morton moves in motion. Brunell hands it off. Anderson runs up the middle. Glover really stuffed that play.
Oh, yeah. He read the flow of the play, then he used his big frame to smother the ball.
The home team up by 3. Brunell drops back to throw with the pass. Abraham with the tackle at the 34. What a great catch by McCaffrey.
Yep, he looks like a man on a mission, and that last play is a prime example.
Eagle FC 33 corner on 1.
Ball on their own 34. The home team used motion. Brunel back to pass. Pass is right. Pass complete. Ehrlicher stops him at the 47. Jamal Anderson looks like he's fully recovered from the serious knee injury.
Yeah, he's a double threat. He can run the ball up the gut, or he can catch it out of the backfield.
The teams have switched sides, and we'll start the second quarter.
I right, 21 on 2. Right.
The home team up by 3. Brunel with a man in motion. Back to throw with the pass. Knocked down. Ehrlicher didn't even give the receiver a chance.
The receiver just didn't have good position on him.
Ace left 40, cross on 1. Right.
The ball is right at midfield.
Hut. Hut. Hut, hut.
Flag down.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense.
The home team moved backwards.
It's hard for the offense to move the ball down the field when they keep making mistakes like that.
Ball at about midfield. Four-man front this time. Steps back. Young showed great speed when getting that sack.
Yet he used his quickness to get past the line and drag down the quarterback for the sack.
Split right X 33 on 1. Right.
Passing situation here.
Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Hut, hut.
He's looking to throw. Brunel with the pass. And he's got his man. Abraham stops him at the 44.
Face mask on the defense, number 47.
The defense makes a mistake.
The defense needs to do a better job of controlling themselves out there.
The home team will punt it here. Steps back. Throws right. Owen with the reception. Lynch pulls him down at the 46. How about Terrell Owens, John?
This guy can really turn it on during any game. He's a big receiver that doesn't mind contact, and he can take a hit and still hold on to the ball.
Split right C80 on 2. Right.
Falk tucks it away. Williams stops the play in the backfield. Falk was dropped before he could get past the line.
Yeah, you can't run without good blocking.
Wing right X 46 on 2. Right.
Favre under the center. Falk gets the carry. He just ran out of real estate there.
Yeah, you talk about patience and not over pursuing. That's what you see there. The defense did not let that play develop.
Wing right X 46
49-yard line. The visiting team only a field goal down. Favre drops back to throw. Ahanatu got the quarterback. Bennett awaits the snap.
Right X33 on 1.
Ball on their own 20.
Set. Put hot. Hot.
Brunel jams it off. Emmons pulls him down at the 18.
Round right 22, see it on 1.
Brunel back to throw with the pass. The pass is complete. The quarterback didn't hesitate on that pass.
That was quite a throw. This guy's been blessed with a golden arm.
Ball on their own 41. Drops back to throw with the pass. Williams pulls him down at the 47. Johnson catches a bullet for the first down.
And it's a good thing he caught it. You don't want to drop those passes for first downs.
Ball on the 48-yard line. Four-man front this time.
Hot. Put hot. Put hot. Put hot.
And he gets the toss. Harrison with the takedown at the 48. Tried to turn the corner there.
Yeah, but there was no corner to turn. He's looking for the corner, and it just never got there.
Eagle left wide. Sail on 2.
The visiting team with a four-man front.
Hot. Hot. Put hot.
Back to pass. Brunel scrambles out of the pocket with the pass. Ehrlicher with the takedown at the 35.
Anderson showed excellent body control bringing that pass in.
The defense could never let up out there. This guy can make some incredible catches.
Right X33 on 1.
First and 10.
Set.
Fifth play of this drive.
Hot. Put hot. Hot. Hot.
Play action fake with the throw. Williams stops him at the 19.
The receiver showed excellent body control bringing that pass in.
A few more like that, and this guy's going to have a career day.
First and 10. Brunel with a man in motion.
Hot. Put hot. Hot. Hot.
He gets the toss. Mobley brings him down at the 5. That was a nice play by Anderson.
Yeah, this guy always seems like he's falling forward for the extra few yards. You never see this guy get tackled for a loss or knocked backwards.
So it's first and goal. The receiver goes in motion.
Put hot. Put hot. Hot. Hot.
The rush is on. Ehrlicher with the takedown at the 6.
He's having a great start to this game. Let's see if he can keep it up in the second half.
Brunell sets up. They're blitzing. Harrison pulls him down at the 8.
The running game is pretty non-existent so far.
Third and goal. The home team used motion. Back to pass. Brunell with the throw. He put a little too much on that one.
It almost looked like he might have been trying to throw it to someone else.
The defense refused to give in on that series of downs.
That's the type of defense a coach loves when they get close to the end zone. Stop them from scoring at all costs.
The kick is up. The kick splits the uprights. The home team out in front. He gets it off. Not much offense so far.
Now, the way this game is going, it'll probably be the defense that wins this one by forcing a turnover or bad field position or just plain wearing out the offense.
Congratulations to the person
Wing
seated
right
in
X46
section
on
49,
two.
row 37, seat 10. You've won a lifetime supply of hot dogs.
Blitz. Throws right. Pass is complete. Lynch pulls him down at the 42. Is Marshall Faulk the best player in the NFL right now?
He's definitely one of the best. He's the type of player that truly dominates a football game from start to finish.
First and 10. Faulk with the juke. Lynch with the tackle at the 45.
Face mask on the defense, number 47.
Penalties always hurt you, but penalties that take you out of scoring position will absolutely kill you.
Back to pass. Rolling out to his right. McGinnis pulls him down at the 49. Favre tried to create something on his own there.
The quarterback felt some pressure coming from the outside. He decided to pull it down and run with it.
Ball on the 46-yard line. It's on the juke. Runs to the middle, but there's nothing there.
The defense had great penetration, and they were right there to cover their gap assignments.
Okay, fans, if you're standing up now, sit down. If you're sitting
Ball at
down,
midfield.
stand up. If you are lying down, just ignore it.
Four-man front this time. Faulk gets it away. Not much through the middle.
Yeah, you talk about push. This line got no push at all, and there was nowhere to go.
right, 23, on 1.
Far down to the center. Quick drop with the throw.
The ball fails to reach its target.
You know, they practice this play again and again during the week to prepare. But simulating how the defense is going to react is a very hard thing to do.
The visiting team will punt it here. First and 10. The home team used motion. Steps back. Brunel passes right. Picked off. He threw that one into coverage.
Ace left 40, cross on 1.
They're in field goal range. The home team with a 4-man front. Steps back. Favre goes to the middle of the field. Sharp with the reception. Shannon Sharp came up with a nice catch there.
This guy's won the big one several times in his career, and he's showing you why today.
Ball on the 5-yard line. So it's first and goal. Dillon tucks it away. Second and goal. Blitz is on with the carry. Lynch drags down the ball carrier behind the line. Eight yards to the goal line. Favre steps back. Out over to the left. Pass complete. Williams with the tackle at the 5. Dillon caught it short of the first down marker.
That's a poorly planned play. You have to know that you have to get past the first down marker on third down. Anything less has to be a failure.
They stopped them.
Yeah, that's where you just take your big old guys and you say, hey, go in there, get penetration, stop anything that's coming in there. And that's exactly what they did.
The kick is up. The kick sails true. It's good. The momentum could be shifting.
Okay, fans, if you're standing up now, sit down. If you're sitting down, please stand up. If you are lying down, just ignore it.
Stover gets it off. He takes a knee.
I right, 21 on 2.
First and 10. Ball on their own 20. Brunel back to pass with the throw. Abraham brings him down at to 23. They dump it off to the screen on that one.
That one didn't surprise the defense. They were right there to tackle the ball carrier.
I left big wide 30 on 1.
Almost at the 2-minute mark now. Ball on their own 23. Ball on their own 23. And we've reached the 2-minute mark here in the first half.
The visiting team take a timeout. They have 2 timeouts remaining.
Ball on their own 22. Drops back to throw. Glover got the quarterback. Glover drilled the quarterback on that play.
He got in there and almost took his head off. The quarterback's going to remember that play for a long time.
Harris will punt it away. Four-man front this time. The tight end in motion. Looking to throw it with the pass. Knocked down. The quarterback was feeling the pressure on that play.
He really had to rush that throw. That was a situation where the defensive line made the job easy for the defensive backs.
2nd and 10. Four-man front this time. Favre back to throw. Pass is left. Moss was the intended target. He fires the pass, but it's overthrown.
A little less arm on the ball could have helped.
Eagle right, 23 on 1.
Third and long. Using motion. Drops back to throw. Pass is right. Owens, the intended receiver. Favre with the overthrow.
It almost looked like he might have been trying to throw it to someone else.
Bennett back to punt. Falk felt the defense bearing down on him there.
He did the right thing. Concentrated and caught the ball.
The home team up by a field goal. The rush is on the run. Strahan brings him down at the 16. Ball on their own 16. The home team used motion. Brunel hands it off. Ehrlicher with the tackle at the 16.
He wanted to get it to the outside there, but there was no room to run.
I'll tell you, that defense ate that play up, Pat. They really need to keep it going up the middle if they want to have success against this defense.
Passing situation here. The home team up by 3. They better keep an eye on the play clock. Anderson looking to turn it upfield.
Timeout called by the defense. The visiting team has no timeouts remaining.
The home team will punt it here. Marion felt the defense bearing down on him there.
He did the right thing, concentrated and caught the ball.
Drops back to throw. With the throw. Bruce with the reception. Williams stops him at the 24. Welcome back as we get this second half underway. Longwell gets it off.
We've got a close one going here.
Leslie Visser with the halftime report.
Pat, I asked the head coach about the kind of adjustments they made in the locker room, and he knows that this game is still too close to call. He knew coming in that these two teams were fairly evenly matched, and the victory was determined by the team that was better prepared. He said that he had refocused his players at the half, and they were going to attack right out of the gate when the second half begins. This game looks like it'll be exciting right down to the conclusion. Pat?
That was Leslie Visser with her sideline report. How about that Marshall Faulk?
Yeah, this guy has the talent to dominate the game. He can pound it inside, swing to the outside, and catch passes too. He's a total package.
Favre with a man in motion. On the run. Seau stops him at the 45. Faulk can single-handedly change the complexion of this game.
Yeah, when the ball's in his hands, it's trouble for the defense. He's one of the most deadly weapons in the NFL today.
First and 10. Fakes the handoff. Rolling right. Goes to the middle. Thomas with the takedown at the 48. Ball on the 49-yard line. Ball at midfield. The tight end goes in motion with the pass. Sharp was the intended receiver. He overthrows it.
And he has to be careful. Not only is that pass off target, but it's also a good way to get your receiver decked.
Ball on the 49-yard line. Ball looking for room. Williams pulls him down at the 30. Falk covered some good ground there.
And here's a guy with great speed who can pick up the first and keep the ball moving downfield.
Ace right, wide 23, on 2.
First and 10. He hands it off. Puts on the juke.
You love a back who can contribute consistent positive yardage like this.
He hands it off. Thomas stops him at the 24. He tried to get to the corner.
Yeah, he tried to stretch it outside, but the defense was quick to react to the play, and even quicker to move off their blocks and get in a position to cover the hole.
3rd and 4. The visiting team line up in the shotgun. Favre to throw it. Owens with the reception.
He's short of the first down with that catch.
That kind of thing always makes me shake my head. What was the guy thinking? A short pass reception like that will never get you the yardage you need to move past the first down marker.
And here comes the kicking unit. The kick is up. The kick sails through the upright. The offense has stalled today. He gets it off. Not a lot of scoring in this affair.
No, both teams are playing well, and the teams are both hanging around waiting to get something going.
Johnson, the motion man. Brunell steps back. Batted away. Boy, he really felt some pressure there.
I'm not sure how they got through, but the defense really wanted the quarterback.
Anderson gets the carry.
Attention fans, please refrain from throwing objects onto the field.
The offense has sputtered out on 3rd down all game long. Brunell sets up. Back to pass. Out over to the left. Johnson was out of bounds.
You know, as a receiver, you have to be aware of so many things. Where the first down marker is, where the defenders are, and where the sideline is as you stretch out to make that catch.
Harris back to punt.
Strong eye right. Wide 60 read Z on 2. Right.
1st and 10. And he gets the toss. Williams with the tackle at the 46.
A consistent running game will keep the defense on the field, not allowing them to rest on the sideline.
I left deep wide 30 on 1. Right.
First and 10. The receiver in motion. Favre steps back. Out over to the right. Sharp, the intended target. Favre had to unload that pass in a hurry.
The play didn't work because the quarterback's timing and balance was off. When he starts to feel pressure, he gets a little nervous, and he has to get rid of the ball.
Eagle right, 23 on 1. Right.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's the blitz. He hands it off, and there's a man down. We'll go to the sideline as soon as there's news.
Wing right fake, react on 1. Right.
Passing situation here. The visiting team use motion. Back to throw. Passes right. Seahorn pulls him down at the 39. Owens was stopped short.
Now that's something you just can't have happen. When you run a play that's not designed to take it past the first down marker, you should have just punted it away on 3rd down.
Bennett will punt it away.
I left 30 on 1.
1st and 10. Ball on their own 20. Brunel with a man in motion. Drops back to throw. Pass is left. Johnson was the intended target. That shot falls incomplete.
Well, he slung it in there, but the receiver just couldn't come up with it.
Today's paid attendance is
I right, 21 on 2.
62,899.
Brunel under the center. Johnson comes in motion. Looking to throw it. Out over to the right. McCaffrey, the intended receiver. He didn't get it to his man.
That pass was clearly overthrown.
Eagle FZ 33 corner on 1.
Leslie, what have you heard on the sidelines about the injury?
It doesn't look promising, Pat. He'll have to spend some time on the sidelines healing.
Thanks for the update, Leslie. We're glad it's not too serious. Brunel to throw. Rolling left. Throws it away. He was under intense pressure.
And I'll tell you, the toughest thing to do as a quarterback is to throw it accurately when there's a big old defensive player in your face.
The home team will punt it here. Marion didn't get much on that return.
The coverage guys got downfield quick enough to prevent anything from developing.
First and 10. The receiver in motion. Looking to throw. Favre throws left. McAllister with the tackle at the 47.
I right 20. Cross on 2.
Ball on their own 48. Favre with a man in motion. Back to pass with the pass. Moss with the reception. McAllister stops him at the 14. Randy Moss is simply unbelievable.
This guy makes 4 or 5 plays like that in every game. He's a one-man show today.
That was a great pass play, John. Let's look at it again.
This play shows great communication between the quarterback and his receivers. Watch a guy just run to a spot, and the ball is delivered right on time.
Ball on the 14-yard line. The home team with a 4-man front. Sharp comes in motion. They're blitzing through the middle. Seau with the takedown at the 12. That run didn't get him much.
Yeah, there was a defender in every gap ready to make the tackle on that play.
Seven yards to go. Favre down to the center. He gets the toss. Seau with the takedown at the 8.
A consistent running game is one of the keys to success. You just need to establish the run just to make the other team know that you can hurt them with it.
8 yards to the goal line. The visiting team used motion. Blitz is coming through the middle. McAllister pulls him down at the 6. Not a big gain on that run.
The lineman just failed to open up any holes to run through or give him room to work with.
The defense is keeping the offense off balance.
When you get close to the goal line, it's time to dig deep and get the ball into the end zone.
It's up. A perfect kick. It's good. The visiting team out in front. Stover gets it off. He takes a knee. First and 10. Brunel hands it off. Marion stops him at the 25. They go with the running play.
Yeah, he didn't break that one for a big gain, but he's doing what he can to help his team move the ball downfield.
Ball on their own 25. Anderson gets the toss. Williams with the tackle at the 27. This one stays on the ground.
This is a spot where you want to show the defense that they have to respect the running game.
Eagle left 1. Sail on 2.
They need about 3. Ball on their own 27. And he gets the toss. Abraham with the takedown at the 32. Anderson got around the corner to pick up the first. First and 10. They're blitzing. Well, hands it off. Not much on that play.
Yeah, you talk about a defensive line winning the battle, and this is what you mean. The running back gets to the line, and there's nowhere to go after that.
Ball on their own 34. Blitz. Anderson on the run. Glover brings him down at the 36. He didn't get much on that run.
That guy got knocked around by that defense. He needs a little protection from his linemen.
Eye left, wide cross, read X, on 1.
Yeah, and you can't win if you can't convert third down.
Fifth play of this drive. Brunell steps back, passes left. Lots of pressure on the quarterback there.
He really had to rush that throw. That was a situation where the defensive line made the job easy for the defensive backs.
Harris back to punt. Marion felt the defense bearing down on him there.
He did the right thing, concentrated and caught the ball.
First and 10. The visiting team up by a field goal. Favre steps back with the throw. Seahorn brings him down at the 37. What a catch by Owen.
It sure was. Catches like that are going to put him in the Hall of Fame.
Favre with a man in motion. Here's the blitz. Seahorn hauls him down behind the line. The defense spotted him up there.
The defense did a good job of maintaining their composure on that play. Takes good discipline to maintain your position and not over-pursue.
The visiting team up by a field goal. Drops back to throw. Sharp with the reception. Malloy brings him down at the 40. Shannon Sharp is the real deal.
He's a great veteran player who still has the ability to break open and take it the distance.
Ball on the 40-yard line. The visiting team using motion. He gets the toss.
A good running game is not always measured in yards. Its effectiveness should be measured by whether it helps you win the game.
Ball on the 37-yard line. The visiting team up by a field goal. Steps back. Passes left. Favre ropes that pass out to the receiver.
With an arm like that, there isn't a pass that he can't make.
33 corner on 1. Right.
He gets the toss. Ball with the juke. And we'll start the fourth quarter. They need 3. Favre gets set. Back to throw. With the throw. He really put some heat on that pass.
Well, he slung it in there, but the receiver just couldn't come up with it.
Congratulations to the fans sitting in Section 10, Row 18, Seat 4. You just won a new car.
Sharp comes in motion. Play action fake. Out over to the left. Caught. Touchdown.
A great pass reception on that play.
Yeah, that guy knew exactly how far he had to go to cross the goal line to get in there for the score.
He gets it off. The point after is good. That score gives him a nice cushion.
Stover
Gets it off. They'll start the drive from the 22. First and 10. Morton goes in motion. He's looking to throw with the pass. McCaffrey dropped it. Brunell looked a little uncomfortable in the pocket there.
Yeah, a few more like that, and this guy's confidence is going to be shot.
Ace right, wide 23 on 2.
All on their own 22. The receiver goes in motion. Steps back with the throw. Gonzalez was the intended receiver. He throws it into coverage.
And when you talk about forcing the pass or forcing the ball in there, that's the kind of play you're talking about.
Eagle FC 33 corner on 1.
Ball on their own 22. He's looking to throw. Brunell with the pass. Batted down.
The defense came up big on that incompletion.
This is where you have to clamp down. Play tight, keep the pressure on.
The home team will punt it here. Marion felt the defense bearing down on him there.
He did the right thing, concentrated and caught the ball.
Ball on their own 35. Blitz. Falk gets the carry. Runs up the middle. Ahanatu brings him down at the 36. Ball on their own 36. The visiting team used motion. Ball through the middle. There's a flag on the play. Brown pulls him down at the 29.
Holding. Offense. Loss of 10 yards.
Sharp grabbed him on that play.
You got a big old handful of jersey there.
Ace option Y. Read D on 2.
The home team with a 4-man front. The visiting team used motion. Steps back. Favre lets it fly. Sharp with the reception. Ball on their own 43. Ball gets the toss. Malloy pulls him down at the 44. He tried to turn the corner.
He tried, but the offensive line got no push there. The defense stayed at home and made a great play.
Bennett awaits the snap. He didn't get much on that return.
The coverage guys got downfield quick enough to prevent anything from developing.
Brunel with a man in motion. Quick drop. With the throw. Gonzalez dropped it. He couldn't hang on to it.
I think he just took his eyes off that one.
Strong eye right D. Hook on 2. Right.
Only one man in the backfield. They're blitzing with the throw. Mobley makes the stop at the 28. Brunel guns it out to his receiver.
Not only can this guy make all the throws, he also rarely makes a bad decision out there.
Wing right fake. Read X on 1. Right.
Third and 5. Drops back to throw. McCaffrey with the reception. He makes the terrific catch for the first down.
Yeah, that's what the receiver's first job is, to catch the ball. And once he has control of the ball, then he can look to stretch it for a big gain.
Eye right. 20 on 2. Right.
First and 10. Brunel back to throw with the pass. Johnson, the intended receiver. Brunel didn't get it to his man.
And you want to lead the receiver so that he can catch and run, but you don't want to lead him that much.
Inside left, 27, on 2.
Ball on their own 34. Anderson, the lone setback. Back to throw. Brunel out over to the right. He catches a bullet for the first down.
And it's a good thing he caught it. You don't want to drop those passes for first down.
Round left, X8, on 2.
The ball is right at midfield. Fifth play of this drive. With the throw. Gonzalez with the reception. First and 10. Brunel back to throw with the pass. Batted down. He saw the coverage, but he thought his man had position.
Yeah, that guy trusts his arm. He thought he could rifle it in there.
Inside left, 27, on 2.
Second and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line. Looking to throw it. With the throw. Morton with the reception. Brunel ropes that pass out to the receiver.
With an arm like that, there isn't a pass that he can't make. The defense really bears down on third down.
Looking to throw it. With the throw. Johnson was the intended receiver. Brunel overthrows his intended receiver.
That pass was clearly overthrown.
Field goal unit comes on the field. Longwell gets off the long field goal. Splits the uprights, and good. What do you know about Longwell?
I know he's a pretty accurate kicker, and it's hard to be that accurate in cold conditions, but he's playing it.
He gets it off. The visiting team up by 7. On the run. Malloy with the tackle at the 25. Flag down.
Face mask on the defense, number 48.
The defense is hurting themselves with penalties today.
The defense looks a little anxious out there. They need to do a better job of concentrating to prevent dumb penalties like that one.
Favre gets set. They're blitzing with the pass. Owens with the reception. Ball on their own 43. Play action fake, and he's got his man. He made a quick read and got rid of that one in a hurry.
With an arm like that, there isn't a pass that he can't make.
Favre with a man in motion. Looking for room, and he makes a nice juke move. Stay out with the tackle at the 19. Falk has a nice run on that play.
And he picks up a first down. And when you have an offense that can keep it on the ground and pick up 6, 7, or 8 yards, you really open up the defense.
We'll see what they do inside the red zone here. Favre with a man in motion. On the run. Onatu stops him at the 18.
He's over 100 yards in the fourth quarter. You can't ask for much more than that from your back.
The visiting team up by 7. He hands it off. Lloyd stops him at the 15.
Coaches will generally try to get an even mix of run and pass plays out there. Basically, continuity will add effectiveness to both.
Ball on the 15-yard line. The visiting team up by 7. Back to pass. Pass is left. Favre threw into pretty heavy coverage there.
The defense was all over that one. They're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
The defense refused to give in on that series of downs.
The offense is going to have to be a little more creative with their play calls the next time they get close to the goal line. The defense has their number this time.
He gets it off. Through the uprights and good. The visiting team made it a 2-score game. Stover gets it off. They'll start this drive from the 26. Ball on their own 26. Brunel drops back to throw. Throws right. Batted down. He makes a great play by breaking that pass up.
Paws, he got those big old paws on it.
I right 20, cross on 2. 3.
Ball on their own 26. The receiver in motion.
Hut, hut, hut.
Quick drop with the throw. And he's got his man.
That was just the big pass play they needed, John.
The quarterback looked over the whole field before he let that one go. Great vision allowed him to find the guy most likely to make the catch, and great pass protection.
Congratulations to the person
Wing
seated
right
in
fake,
section
3X, on
44,
one.
row 9, seat 13. You just won a trip or two to Hawaii.
Quick drop with the pass. McCaffrey dropped it. Brunell saw the pressure coming on that play.
I'm not surprised that that pass went incomplete. I don't think he could even see past that big old defensive lineman rushing him.
Second and 10. He's looking to throw. Pass is left. Johnson, the intended receiver. The lob pass goes nowhere.
Ace option Y. Read Z on 2.
Third and 10. Brunell drops back with the throw. And he can't hang on. Lots of pressure, but he gets it away.
He's lucky he got rid of the ball. I'll tell you, he was definitely going to take a sack.
Drops back to throw. Strahan reaches the quarterback and hauls him down. Strahan can dominate a game.
He's what you call a big-time player. He makes the offense worry about him at all times.
Will the owner of a red station wagon,
Strong eye right,
license number
Y60 read Z on 2.
4CJ,
Ball at about midfield.
please be aware that your friend is locked in the car.
He tucks it away. Malloy brings him down at the 37. He was able to pick up good yardage on that play.
When you have a back who can pick up big chunks of yardage on his carries, it forces the defense to bring another man up to the line of scrimmage to try and control him.
Ace option Y. Read Z on 2.
They're just about in field goal range. Using motion. Fakes the handoff. Russell with the takedown at the 42. That was a nice sack of the quarterback by Russell.
Yep, he drove the offensive lineman back and racked up the quarterback for the sack.
Eye right. 21 on 2.
Favre to throw. Passes right. Smith, the intended target. Favre overthrows that pass.
He's got to be careful with throws like that. There's a good chance of hurting his receiver or throwing a pick.
Moss, the man in motion. He gets the carry. On the 2, drags down the ball carrier behind the line. It looked like the offensive line collapsed on that play.
The offensive line has to get good movement on the snap of the ball for the inside run to work, and it didn't happen on that play.
The visiting team will punt it here.
Strong eye right, Z, hook on 2.
First and 10.
Set. Put hot. Put hot. Put hot.
Back to pass. Out over to the left.
Oh, that could have been a touchdown.
There was no one there.
I know it. He was wide open, and he just dropped it. You don't even want to go back to the sidelines when you do something like that.
You want to find a hole to crawl into.
But he's not going to find that out there. He's going to find the bench playing that way.
Second and 10.
Set. Hot. Hot.
Brunel back to pass. Pass is right. He dropped it.
And he dropped it. Now that is inexcusable.
Round left, X80 on 2.
Ball on their own 20.
Set. Put hot. Put hot.
Quick drop with the pass. Westbrook, the intended target. Brunel had defenders closing in on him there.
Getting pressure on the quarterback is the easiest way to disrupt a pass play. The defensive line should take full credit for that play.
The home team will punt it here.
Set. Put hot.
Marion felt the defense bearing down on him there.
He did the right thing, concentrated and caught the ball.
Right.
First and 10. The visiting team used motion. He hands it off. Thomas stops him at the 42.
Face mask on the defense, number 54.
Penalties and takeaways are just as big a factor in some games as effective offense. The team that stays mistake-free usually wins the game.
Ball on their own 47. From the shotgun. They better keep an eye on the play drop. Quick drop. Favre lets it fly. McAllister pulls him down at the 48. Is Moss the best receiver in football, John?
No doubt in my mind. He's a superstar wide receiver with the talent to break every receiving record there is.
Round right 22, see it on 1.
Ball on the 49-yard line. Favre under the center. The visiting team using motion. They're blitzing. Ball with the catch. Thomas brings him down at the 47.
Eagle FC 33 corner on 1.
Ball on the 48-yard line. He better hurry if he wants to get this play off in time. Ball looking for room. They'll stay conservative and keep it on the ground.
They're committed to staying with the rushing attack today.
Round right 22, see it, on 1.
They need 7. Two minutes left. Blitz is coming. Dillon with the juke.
Timeout called by the defense. 2 timeouts remaining.
Bennett will punt it away. Ball on their own 2. Deep in their own territory. Brunel with a man in motion. Back to throw. Out over to the right. McCaffrey with the reception. He made a quick read and got rid of that one in a hurry.
The quarterback delivered that pass right on the mark. There's no defense for a perfect pass.
Looking to throw it with the pass. Pass is complete. Abraham stops him at the 31.
They gained some serious yardage with that pass. Let's take a look and see why it was successful.
Yeah, you can tell by watching this one that they've been practicing that play quite a bit.
Brunel to throw it. Throws left. Knocked down. Marion just knocked it down.
The receiver just didn't have good position on him.
Congratulations to the fans sitting in section 49, row 37.
2nd and 10.
You've just won a free EA Sports video game.
Brunel under the center. Blitz is coming with the pass. Complete. We're just about down to 1 minute. Back to throw. Pass is left. And he dropped it. Johnson drops it.
That's the old rule. If you get your hands on it, you got to catch it.
Eagle left wide. Sail on 2.
The visiting team with a 3-man front. Brunel drops back with the pass. And he's got his man. Marion brings him down at the 23.
Eagle right, 23, on 1.
1st and 10. Looking to throw it with the throw. And he's got his man.
Pass complete to number 34.
Inside the red zone. Seventh play of this drive. Brunel sets up. He's looking to throw. With the throw, Westbrook, the intended receiver. He had defenders applying intense pressure on that play.
I'm not surprised that that pass went incomplete. I don't think he could even see past that big old defensive lineman rushing him.
The defense refused to give in on that series of downs.
The offense is going to have to be a little more creative with their play calls the next time they get close to the goal line. The defense had their number this time.
It's up. A perfect kick. It's good. The home team are now within a touchdown. The kicking team hopes to recover this one. Longwell gets it off.
We've got a good one going here today.
I left fake wide 30 on 1.
Ball on their own 40. Quarterback back in his shotgun. He's looking to throw. Out over to the left. Johnson with the reception. Touchdown.
That was a huge play by the quarterback there.
Yeah, everything seemed to go right on that one. The quarterback had a good pass, the receiver ran the right route, and the defense didn't seem to have any idea what was going on.
It's up. The point after attempt sails through. Longwell gets it off. They'll start the drive from the 22.
I left 30 on 1. Right.
It's a blitz. Ball with the carry.
If your back could put up almost 200 yards on the board, it means your offensive line has made a mockery of the opposing defensive line.
Ball on their own 23. It looks like this game will be decided in overtime. He gets it off. The home team take over on the 30.
Wing right X 46 on 2.
First and 10. Brunel gets set. Blitz. Anderson looking for room.
Up the gut, but nowhere to go.
The defense just ate that guy up. They were right there for the stop when he tried to break through the line.
They need 9. Gonzalez moves in motion. Brunel hands it off. Mobley makes the stop at the 30. Runs up the middle, but he can't find a hole.
The defense filled all those gaps, and the runner had nowhere to go. I think this defense looks forward to these third down situations because they've been stopping them today.
Drops back to throw. Out over to the left. Johnson with the reception.
A quick decision by the quarterback on that one.
This guy's just like a gunslinger. He's never in a position where he thinks his throw is impossible.
Anderson, the deep back. Play action fake with the throw. Johnson was the intended receiver. He fires a bullet, but nobody comes up with it.
That pass was thrown with so much velocity on it that the receiver never caught up with it.
Ball on their own 40. Second and 10. Drops back to throw. Out over to the right. Harrison with the tackle at the 49. Brunel displays a powerful arm on that pass.
This guy's just like a gunslinger. He's never in a position where he thinks his throw is impossible.
They need 3. Quick drop. With the pass. Complete. Abraham pulls him down at the 37. Brunel looks like he's ready to play.
Yeah, he's been one of the best quarterbacks in the league for a while now. And today doesn't seem to be any different.
First and 10. Brunel to throw it. With the throw. Caught. Emmons brings him down at the 16. He rifled that ball out of there quickly.
That guy's always had a great arm. And that's something you can't teach.
Longwell lines up for the field goal. He gets it off. Splits the uprights, and good. The home team out in front. For James Brown, Leslie Visser, John Madden, and all the folks at EA Sports, This is Pat Summerall saying goodbye for now.